Welcome to the OpenHPI, the course about internet working. This is an introduction to this course. The internet, everyone knows it, but how does it work? This is a question, and to answer this question, it's important to use the internet in the right way. If I only interested to transfer information, to receive web documents, or to send messages, then it's fine. But if I want to use it in a way that I also think about what is secure, how does it work, what is behind, then you should follow this course. The internet is a global collection of very different local computer networks. These local computer networks may be incompatible. It's possible that you cannot interconnect them. So the idea of the internet is to provide in a layer above a software solution that helps that the different local networks behave like a uniform virtual network. And internet technology is exactly the secret behind this, and this is exactly the topic we want to discuss and we want to learn in this course. Thanks to this internet technology, this collection of various local networks comprises the virtual networks, and this appears as a uniform network. Whether you're sitting on your laptop connected via Ethernet in a school, in a university, at home to a network, or whether you use your smartphone connected by mobile technologies, you can use the internet. And you can address other computers, you can receive information from other computers, regardless whether they are part of your network or whether they are worldwide distributed. The software, in this case, is called communication protocols. So these communication protocols, they regulate the data exchange beyond the borders of the individual physical networks. And this technology is called internet working. Internet working is the technique to combine different local computer networks and let them behave like a uniform network. Of course, there is the internet, the worldwide internet, everyone knows, but you can use the same technologies to connect some single local computer networks and let them behave like a uniform network. It was really a very successful design of the internet technology that has made that the internet has such an explosive growth over the last 40 years. Because in that time, the hardware was changing, bandwidth was changing, new technologies come, and the internet is working like in the first day, so it was possible to adapt to all this development. If we look back, so internet started in 1969 with 4 computers. And nowadays, we have approximately 1 billion computers that are connected to the internet. Computers means also mobile devices, smart devices, laptops, computers, mainframes, and more than 2 billion internet users. This is the course content we want to offer. Everyone who wants to understand how the internet works is welcome to the courses. There are no requirements. Everyone can take part. Participation is free. We provide course material in form of lecture videos, in form of feedback tools like self-tests, homework. We provide additional reading material. All is published week by week in the internet. You can access it for free, you can work with it, and you can give feedback, send us your homework, send us your exam, and if you are successfully at the end, you can receive a certificate. The participants are expected to engage in a serious study of the learning materials which is offered by us. We expect that the learner, that you check your own learning progress We provide tools for it. We provide for each lecture video self-tests. We provide for each week homework. All this you can submit, and it's automatically corrected and then back to you. And this is an important feature in this method open online courses. We expect you to take actively part in the discussion forum. Because the lecture material is published week by week, the participants, all the learners around the world, they deal with the same material. They ask the same questions, they want to understand the same material. And you know it from physical world. If one discusses such things, it's much easier to understand. So this is an invitation for you if you like to discuss with the other learners, which you want to get the feeling to be part of a large virtual community, then you should actively take part in the discussion forum. And then, I mentioned it already, one can earn a certificate at the end if one is able to complete homeworks and final tests in a way that one receives at least 50% of the scores. Here is an overview about the learning content that we are providing in this Open HPI course about internet working. In the first week, the leading question is, internet is great, but it's really so complex. Then, in the second week, we will consider network technologies. Gating question is, how can messages be transferred from one computer by way of electrical or optical or radio signals to another computer next door or to one that's halfway around the world. These interconnected networks, they form the internet. So to understand how the internet works, one needs to understand how the single networks are working. Then in the third week, we discuss the IP protocol, the internet protocol. We speak about this technology, this software technology that helps that the different local networks can form a uniform network. Leading gating question here is, how does a data package find its way through an internet that consists of different but interconnected single networks with completely different technologies? IP version 4, the Internet Protocol version 4, is the Internet Protocol of today. And of course, due to the increase and to the development of the Internet, engineers also have designed Internet Protocol for the future. This is a new Internet Protocol, IPv6, and this is the content of our fourth week of the Open HPI course about internet working. Gating questions is, how will it be possible in the future for smartphones, household appliances, cars, sensors, and so on, to also be able to communicate via the internet. Then in the fifth week, we discuss the transport protocol. We discuss protocols on the transport layer. In the middle is the TCP protocol, which is very important to guarantee that communication works in a correct way. We will also discuss the UDP protocol. And the gating question is, how can guarantee that my data will reach its goal intact after its long journey through the internet across different networks. And then in the sixth week, we discuss internet applications. Of course, all the internet technology is provided to offer that applications may communicate via the internet with computers, with users on the other end of the world. Gating question here is, what is still necessary in order to send an email or a video through the internet? Here are some additional information about our course. What workload you should plan if you want to take part. So we think that it should be possible to follow the course within a time with spending about 3 to 6 hours per week to view the learning material, to perform the self-test, to perform homework, to discuss with other participants. For the homeworks are designed in a way that's possible to answer all the questions within 60 minutes. Many of you will do this much faster, but this is the maximum time you can spend for homework. The learning experience and the success can be increased very much through an intensive exchange with other course participants, with other learners, and with us, the course supervisors. Of course, these factors, how much time you need, what kind of engagement you want to show, what you want to get out of the course, depends from what is your expectation. So you want to see only roughly what's going on, or you want really understood how internet is working. For all of you, all are invited, and you can decide by yourself in which way and with how much resources to spend for taking part in the course. The course starts on Monday, March 31, 2014, and then I mentioned it, there are 6 weeks of course content. Here, that's the Monday is the starting of each week. March 31 starts the first week, then we have April 07, April 14th, April 21st, April 28th, and then May 05. And this is the day the submission deadline for homework. So when the new week starts, you have to finalize the former weeks, you have to submit homework. And here in the last week, we have the exam in the week starting from May 12th. You are welcome. You are welcome to take part. We are happy to have you in our learning community of our OpenHPI course about internet working.